In this video, I'll show you how to install the CH341 driver on a Mac, then create a device in LightBurn and connect it to the H2 controller board. First, let's check the Mac's system information. Open about this Mac. As you can see, I'm on macOS 26.2 with an M1 chip. Next, go to System Settings, Privacy and Security, find Allow Applications From, and set it to App Store and Identified Developers. This helps prevent macOS from blocking the CH341 driver and LightBurn, so they can be installed properly. Next, open the driver folder and go into the CH341S or Mac folder. Inside, you'll see two installers, a DMG file and a PAG file, and we usually install using the PAG file. The CH341 driver supports OS X 10.9 to 10.15, as well as OS X 11.0 and later. This tutorial is for OS X 11.0 and later. If you're on OS X 10.9 to 10.15, please follow the installation instructions inside the CH341S or Mac folder. Double-click the CH341 driver PAG installer. Click Continue. Click Install. Enter your Mac password to authenticate. Then a CH341 driver installation window will appear. Click Install. You'll see a prompt saying the extension must be enabled in Login Items and Extensions. Click Open System Settings to go to the enablement page. Turn on the switch for the driver. Enter your Mac password to confirm, and the driver will be enabled. When you see the success message, you can close the installer window. If it doesn't jump automatically, go to System Settings, General, Login Items and Extensions, Extensions by category. Find Driver Extensions, open its settings, and turn on the switch to enable the installed driver. Next, let's verify the driver is installed correctly. Power on the controller board and connect it to your Mac with a USB data cable. Make sure it's a data cable, not a charge-only cable. The H2 board's USB cable is usually USB-B to USB-A. Since most Macs use USB-C ports, you'll need a USB-C hub or an adapter to connect it. Then open About this Mac and click More Info. Find and open System Report. Select USB in the left panel. On the right, you should see a device named USB UART helped. Click it, and you should see the vendor ID as OX1A86. If you see OX1A86, the device is recognized and your Mac can communicate with the H2 board. If you don't see USB UART LPT, you can try using a different cable, switching to another port on your hub, or unplugging and plugging it back in. If it still doesn't show up, make sure the driver extension is enabled in Login Items and Extensions and that you have rebooted your Mac. Next, open LightBurn. If this is your first time using LightBurn, the Create Devices window will pop up automatically. If you already have devices, click Devices in the bottom right to open the device creation window. Click Create manually. Select the Gerbil device type and do not choose Gerbil LPC or Gerbil M3. Click Next. Choose Serial USB as the connection type, then click Next. Set the device name here, and the speed unit is usually mmsec. Set the X and Y travel based on your machine's actual working area. For my machine, X travel is 600 mm and Y travel is 400 mm. Click Next when finished. Set the machine origin, and for most Go-to laser machines it's usually top left or top right depending on the setup. I'm using top left here. Turn off Auto Home for now, and you can enable it later after the controller parameters are fully tuned. Click Next. Confirm the device information, then click Finish. After the device is created, select it and click OK to enter the software. If LightBurn didn't switch to the new device, click Devices at the bottom right and select the device you just created. At this point, LightBurn may still not be connected to the controller, so we need to set the communication parameters. Click Device Settings at the top. Under Basic Settings, find Baud Rate. The default is 115,200, and we need to change it to 921,600. Click OK to save. Then in the Serial Port drop-down, switch to another port and switch back to your controller's port. LightBurn doesn't always reconnect automatically after changing the baud rate, so this manual port switch forces a reconnect. When the console shows a successful connection message and the status changes from disconnected to ready, you're connected. Now LightBurn is successfully connected to the controller and you can continue with parameter tuning.